Yeah, absolutely. It's the second year that obviously the second time we've been here in the last couple of years. So so it was a great atmosphere. The supporters give us great encouragement and support over the course of the evening. I think it was both sets of supporters were fantastic and made it what for a pre-season game was a really good game.
Heading into a very exciting season, this could be a revamp. Manchester United seems to be very difficult. Top 16 essentially. What challenges are you looking forward to attacking with your team?
Well, I think exactly the same as last season. It's going to be very competitive again, and like you say, there's probably 6 teams that's going to be up there challenging. So it's, you know, we're really looking forward to obviously getting the league campaign underway. You know, we had a exceptional year last year, and we're hopefully trying to improve on that in our performance level and the end result. And obviously we look forward to the Champions League. And it's going to be great for me to see our young players gain the experience at that level. And I think, as I said, we arrive into this season with greater belief, having on the back of a successful period last year.
The game certainly seems to be a very physical game for Fenway. Do you expect that, and do you view that as maybe a positive even going into the physicality of the Premier League?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got to remember these are 2 Champions League teams playing this evening. 2 teams that are at a good level of pre-season. 2 sets of committed players that are very competitive, and pre-season friendly or not, both teams want to play well and work well. So no, I thought it was a perfect game at this stage of our preparation phase. And like as I said, this is one of a number of good games that we've got coming up that's really going to sharpen us up for the beginning of the season. Hi.
Now that Steven Gerrard stepped down from international football, how big a role is expecting in the upcoming season?
Well, it'll be similar to the one that he's always had here. Certainly in my time, he's been an exceptional captain. He's a wonderful leader in the changing room, and real inspirational captain for his teammates. You know, he really plays a great support role for the young players and guides them in the changing room and on the field. And as I said, he'll be fresh and fit for our forthcoming season. So obviously it's disappointing that he's decided to end his career internationally for him on a personal note. But on another note, I know he's looking forward to being totally committed now to Liverpool, and looking forward to the season ahead.
You've had a chance to see your young players up close now. Why didn't Markovic play today, and what are your expectations for that?
Well, I think just for those players that they've only really began training on Monday. So it was just, there was a group of 9 players that came in, and it was probably just too much. I'd put Jordan Henderson in because of his level of fitness. Jordan could play 10 games on the spin. He's so fit and strong. It was nice just to give him a little 15-16 minute period at the end. But those players, like Jan Markovic, who's an exceptional talent, all of those players that sat out tonight will be involved when we arrive in Chicago.
Gentleman background in blue shirts.
Hi. Yeah, well, he obviously, it's probably not as bad as first thought. He's had problems in the past with his shoulder, as you probably know, but no, he's only bruised it, so he'd miss a few days training, and as I said, he won't train now for the remainder of the trip here, but it's only going to be a matter of days before he's back training and playing again. With regards to his future, we will see. He's a Liverpool player. We've obviously had a substantial bid from another Premier League club, but at this moment in time, that's something that he's thinking about with his representatives, and in the meantime, he's training hard to get fit for Liverpool. Hi.
How much did you feel the enthusiasm of the American people? Because the last World Cup is said to have stirred up their passion for the sport because how much did you feel that?
Very much so. I think every time I come back to America, I sense the growing enthusiasm for football. As I said, obviously you had a really successful World Cup, you know, to get out of the group stages and to qualify like you done and go so close was an incredible achievement, and I think it probably grasps the nation, you know, and their interest in the sport. So so now I think it's a really knowledgeable crowd here in America. You know, a lot of the channels that I watch when I am over here, they show great coverage, great detail in the coverage of football. So I just think it's just a continuation of the last 15 years or so, where the sport has really grown and got better and better. So the men's, obviously the women's football was probably up there before the men's, but now the men are starting to do better and do well, and I'm sure over the next 15 years it'll grow even more.
Brendan, you were saying about a couple of the younger players yesterday, Thomas, Hyde and John. What did they show you tonight?
You know, I thought that, as I said, young Jordan's only 18 years of age. He's a talent that's still learning the game tactically, but you can see the raw potential in him, and that's what we're trying to bring out of him. Young Adam Phillips came on. He's only 16 years of age. Introduced himself into the game with a great tackle that he got booked for. I thought it was actually a very good challenge. It was a strong one, probably one you don't see over here or in Europe, but certainly in the Premier League, that's a good tackle. So for our young players, we always give them opportunity, we always give them experience, and I've been pleased with those young players. So, but obviously, you know, they have to be exceptional to be getting into the team at this age. But it's something they'll always get the chance to do that.
Brendan, Coutinho had a good performance today. What type of increased role do you envision having for the season?
Coutinho's the brain in our team. Coutinho's the continuity player. He might not score many goals, but he's a wonderful reference for the team. He's, as I said, he's the brain. He's the one that gets the team ticking and gets the movement in front of the ball. He goes and gets on the ball. You know, he's a fantastic talent for such a young player, and as I said, he's still gaining his fitness, as you can see, but he makes the crowd, you know, get off their seat, and for someone so small, he's very tough and robust, but a wonderful technician and a great idea tactically of the game. Hi.
You lost the game tonight on a late goal. At what point in the preseason will playing results take over priority versus building things like building fitness and giving young players goals?
Well, certainly not at this stage. It's definitely not about the results now. The most important result for me is the first game of the season. You know, I think that we could have very easily, you know, you have a choice. You can play friendlies that can make you go and probably win every game, and you might not find out anything. But we've got a real tough set of fixtures over the course of the pre-season. You know, we've got a great tour out here. We go back, and then within a few days we'll play Borussia Dortmund. So we're really pitching ourselves in at a real good level to get a good gauge. But the most important objective is that we're in real good physical condition for our first game of the season against Southampton, and that technically and tactically we'll have honed up all the principles and ideas that have made us so successful in these last couple of years in terms of our game, and that will be the most important result then for us then.
Last question.
You know, in the preseason preparations at all, knowing that there have been increases during the final changes at this stage?
Not really, no. We've just probably taken on board, in particular, the game against Borussia Dortmund at home, with a view towards entering into the Champions League. They're a team that's done very well in there in the last, obviously, couple of seasons. So that was always going to be a good measure for us. So, but no extra specific thoughts towards that. We just knew that coming to America in the tournament they were going to play here, and obviously the game tonight, they're all going to be really good fixtures for us. So, and that would be enough of a test.
Thank you very much, everyone. For the
Okay, pleasure. Thank you very much.